ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays. Death and destruction.
Whoa.
There's no death and destruction. That's what they did. That was their take on the show. I didn't give that note. Jeff, today we're going to talk storyline. And we're going to talk storyline with WWE. Specifically since Triple H has taken over. And that's public information. That's not any sort of breaking news or anything like that. But Vince is no longer involved with creative. And TKO, the owning company, has placed Triple H firmly in there. And when I say firmly, I mean fixed. He ain't going anywhere. And in my opinion, and I feel just about everyone's opinion, unless he's wronged them in some way, that everyone agrees that that's the right way to go. And if you look at the resume so far as stories he's been able to pull off, tell, create, and prolong and push, despite injuries and things like that, people not working, I think he's done a wonderful job, and we're going to jump into it today. But first, I need to know, Jeff, are you one of the people that agree with me, or are you going to be a rebel and go, no, he sucks, just to go against the grain?
I'm not that style. You only get the truth from me. If I like a guy and we agree, I go, I love that about you, Freddie, we agree. But then you go, The Miz is the good, The Miz. And I go, I hate The Miz. I'm not afraid to tell you.
Miz. Why
I'm not afraid to tell you
Miz,
who
dude?
I like and who I don't like. I've never been shy about it.
I've sold him so hard that I've oversold him. And so now, even if he did everything right, there's no way that anyone could like him because I've hyped it too much.
That might be my strongest attribute on this program. You know, people go, why are we listening to Jeff Dye? He doesn't know much about wrestling, but I've got no ties. I can't be bought. You know, I've got
That's
no
right.
wrestling
Tell the
friends.
truth, sir.
I'm not afraid to go, I hate that guy because I'm not going to get sushi with him tomorrow. I don't know these wrestlers. I'm just the fan who goes, hate him, like him, hate him. You know, I'm pretty honest.
He's the tall, lean voice of truth, and we love him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Dye. Well, let's talk some storyline stuff, dude. First things first. Io Sky, formerly known as Io Shirai, was released from the company. When Triple H came back, not only did he bring her back, he made a Japanese woman, a Japanese native, world champion, was smart enough to give her a mouthpiece that was American and spoke English to help get her over, gives her opportunities to get herself over constantly, has succeeded in doing so. Just look at the reception she got in Puerto Rico. Look at the reception at the Puerto Rico pay-per-view when they cheered louder for her than everyone except Bad Bunny. I love what he's done with Damage Control. I don't always love the execution of the story of Damage Control, but Damage Control works, and everyone in it seems to get over and get better. The only reason Dakota hasn't is because she blew out her friggin' knee and she's been on the shelf forever. Or otherwise, I feel like she'd still be kicking ass as well. But I love what he's doing with her, and I'll let you comment on that before I move on to Shinsuke. But I want to talk about how he's really is giving an opportunity for almost every single culture that loves wrestling to get something they love. And I want to finish with that. But what do you think about Io Sky? Or whatever one you want to talk about. I don't care, dude.
I love Io Sky. I'm a big fan of especially the female Japanese wrestlers. Like, they've been just beasts. Kairi Singh is the newest member of Damage Control. But I liked her so much when she did her first thing. She was doing this weird kind of pirate character thing that had nothing to do with the wrestling. But her elbow drop off the top rope was just absolutely insane. And when she left, I was like, what? Why is she leaving? Like, she's one of the realest female wrestlers out there. If they could just give her a chance, blah, blah. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all the things they're doing. I love Io Sky. I love the trash can outfit off the top of the cage. Big fan. Big fan.
That was great.
I spoke about it on our last episode of Wrestling with Friends, where it's like wrestling doesn't know what to do with the tag team champions. They just don't care whether it's male or female. Look at the champions we've had in this year, in our little year in review, right? In 2023, it was Becky Lynch and Lita were the champs, right?
That's just weird hearing that in retrospect. That's weird.
Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Then
Injury.
Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. No one cared. You've got Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville, and Piper Niven, right? Like, or was it Piper just kind of got filled in because one of the girls got hurt?
She got filled in because Sonya got hurt. Look, Chelsea's doing a lot with a little. You're right. It's not really defendable. I can't take the other side of it. They don't put the time into it, but they do give Chelsea and Piper backstage segments, so they at least try to give them opportunities to get over in that regard. And then a small, quick match that usually doesn't mean much. But I think that Chelsea's making the most of it. It's a tough character to get over, man, because it's way 80s character driven. So it's tough to pull off in a reality based format. But she's doing her thing.
It's almost like these belts aren't like nobody even knows. What the heck's going on with these belts? Like, if you asked most wrestlers, hey, who are the female tag team champions?
No one would know.
They wouldn't know Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Like, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels strange. It doesn't mean I don't like what they're doing. I just think we need to put more priority into these tag belts. Remember how exciting it was when they announced there'd be female tag belts? Everyone's like, oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, we could have like a female New Day or a female Hardys, or like we could have something that we talk about as like, oh, that's a female tag team that's badass.
It was kind of cool when Liv and Raquel had them, though. It was kind of cool.
Just
they had
a
cool vibe.
Them, but
well, that's how any title gets over. You have to like the people that have them, and both those chicks were able to get their personalities over. Raquel doesn't look like a Barbie doll, even though Liv does. She tried to make herself look like a crazy Barbie doll, which ended up working. And Raquel was like this mountain of a woman who sort of broke as another mold breaker and ends up being this foundational piece that she could literally and figuratively jump off of. So when they had it, it was kind of cool. But Liv got hurt, and then it screwed up the story, and no one cared again.
I think that's why I like the Usos so much, is that they're actual twins. You couldn't look more alike than twins. And like that's my goal always. Like, I want them to look like Scotty Steiner and Rick Steiner. Like, they look pretty similar. They dressed similar. The Road Warriors looked similar. One had different facial hair and was a little shorter, but they were both like, I like them to match most. I don't want a big person, a small person. I wasn't crazy about Kane and Daniel Bryan, because it was too different looking. But we need we need some female tag team champs, or not tag team, but a tag team in the female division that looks alike. I don't know. That's what I'd like them to do with that.
To all our Japanese and Latino listeners out there, Triple H, I feel, is doing a fantastic job trying to service every culture, even in India. I mean, he gives these guys a shot. They lose in this share. They lose that, they're jobbers right now, but it's on the wrestlers at the end of the day to get themselves over. But he really is trying story-wise as far as getting this Japanese culture through and allowing them to speak in their native tongue, having subtitles there, giving them real matches.
You stole that from us. People. We recommended
that. We'll take credit for all of wrestling.
I'm telling you, we said that first.
We take credit for your greatest wrestlers, all your storylines, and your executives.
Well, I think we did. We did say that first. We're like, just let them talk in their regular thing, or give them a manager, or give them subtitles.
We did say it, but someone else had to have said it first. Because it happened too quick, I think.
No way.
We did subtitles on my sitcom back in the day.
They're listening to us. They go, how can we get Freddie?
Got the best laughs.
How can we get Freddie and Jeff to write for us for free? We'll just listen to their podcast each week. We don't have to pay them anything. And just take their ideas, and then they'll say,
I write stuff for wrestlers for free all the time. You know how many fools have reached out to me on Instagram and been like, hey, can you take a look at this? I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Also, just an honorable mention is that like Triple H is, making an effort to push these Asian wrestlers and push the lucha wrestlers. Maybe not as much as we hoped sometimes, but he is. And then same with India.
I'm super satisfied with the Latino representation. Yeah, I'm super satisfied with the representation. The LWO story's been awesome. It's had positive role models. It's had villain role models. It's had everything in between. It has a female in the group. Like, it's a lot of representation.
India, but you've seen the Indian.
And India, India, sure, yeah. They're jobbers, they always lose, but at least they're there. And on NXT, they got like some promo videos and stuff like that.
How dare you call them jobbers?
Come on, man. When was the last time you seen them win a match?
I've never seen him win a match, but the fact that I know their name, a jobber to me is just some guy I never heard of.
No, they're guys that are doing the job. They're guys that are doing the job. And that's a commendable position. Someone has to friggin' lose. Someone has to make you look good. So, but that's the term that we used when we would talk about the wrestlers that lost all the time. Right. And I haven't seen them win a match ever.
You know what Rinku Singh is? Rinku Singh is the wrestler. He's one half of the Indian tag team that I just referenced with Jinder Mahal as their leader,
as their manager. But I know Jinder.
Rinku Singh. This might be a deep cut, but for anyone who knows, is when you open a box of like wrestling cards and it says on the box like 1 autographed card per box, and you go, maybe I'll get The Rock, or maybe I'll get Brock Lesnar or Stone Cold, and then he's the card you pull that's autographed, and you're like, all right, well, I mean, I really hope that he does well, and I wish him a great career, and maybe someday he'll be the next Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the guy you get. That's the autograph card you get for sure. Even though I love him, but that's the first thing you see him, you go, damn it. Thought I'd get Sable or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, overall, Triple H is bringing an all-new fresh take into the shows, and it shows in presentation and attendance as people are really happy to see what's going on. We thank you once again. Don't forget to send us your voicemails. Keep an eye out on all of our socials as well. We will share this link to speakpipe.com/Wrestling with Freddie. Once again, we want your voicemails at speakpipe.com/Wrestling with Freddie. Thank you for listening to Unsanctioned Thursdays. We will see you next Wednesday as always. Until then, adieu. That's French.
Oh, yeah.
This has been a production of iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.